Hey, good morning or afternoon, everybody. It's me, San Martin, and guess what number we're on?
20.
You do two, and I do the O. Because you know how we're backwards?
We're backwards. Let's do this. 20. 20th episode.
And we got a very special guest. If you guys like wine and cheese, you're going to want to stay here and hang out with us. Hold on. I'm like,
we kind of already have.
How are you doing? It's me, San Martin, and the host with the most.
Hi, guys. I'm Sherry, and this is our guest today, Karen, and this is going to be a really, really good one.
Yeah, she already had like the presentation with this company. I was a little bit like, I wonder what that cheese tastes like. But anyway, she ended up bringing a person from. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Karen Nicoli, and I am the Apprentice Cheesemaker at Hassayampa Vineyard and Farm.
That apprentice, guys. So let everybody know what that actually means, because I didn't know what it meant, but there has to be a
Apprentice Cheesemaker. Okay, so we make artisan cheese. So apprentice is kind of like if you take the artisan and then you take the hierarchical structure that's important in life, in every aspect of life. And you say, okay, who's the master cheesemaker? That's Ella. She came up with the recipe, she developed it, she perfected the cheese. It's amazing. And then you want to find somebody to do the grunt work and to be able to pass on your knowledge. I was the perfect person.
That's
for
you.
That. Yes, I can scrub a vat like nobody else. And I've learned how to make the cheese, and every day is a treat. I absolutely love working there. It doesn't even feel like work.
Well, and I suck because I didn't bring the cheese.
I'm such a good guest.
Then I thought, well, maybe Karen will bring the
I didn't bring
cheese.
cheese.
And neither one of us brought
wine.
the cheese.
I brought you wine.
She did bring me homemade wine and eggs, so I'm very happy about that. But let me tell you, if you saw my post, you guys, a couple days ago, I went out to this farm to do a cheese tasting because I was looking for a new cheese.
I saw the post.
Bar. And it's Asiago cheese.
It's an Asiago type cheese. Yes, it's an artisan cheese made from raw milk from our own Jersey cows. They are grass-fed, pasture-raised. It's a very small herd. We only have 5 cows at this point. And unlike some of the larger kind of dairy producers, the cows aren't pushed to have a tremendous yield. We kind of go with the natural rhythm of the cow through the year. So through their lactation cycle, we can get, we have a pretty good yield near the beginning, and then it starts to kind of taper off. That's where we are right now. We're at the tapering off point. So
Gotcha.
We're really only making cheese 2 days a week instead of the 3 days a week. And each batch, we make 3 wheels in each batch. So in a week now we're making 6 wheels of cheese, and they're about anywhere from 10 to 12 pounds. So when I say we're limited, we have limited amounts of our cheese maturing weekly. It takes 4 months to mature, and it's an aged cheese that is aged for about 4 months. You can do it about 60 days, I believe, is the time that would be required for an aged cheese. But 4 months really brings out some of the.
I ain't got no time to wait. Let's get me.
You have to be very patient
rush.
when you're a winemaker and a cheesemaker.
You craft American cheese slices.
You
can get like every single day.
This was the creamiest, most delicious Asiago I've ever had. Seriously, I took my girlfriend Audra out there. A lot of you know her. Granite Mountain Brewing. We were in cheese heaven, and I brought the perfect wine to pair with the cheese that we both forgot. So, but if you end up buying their cheese, come by and get a bottle of Viognier, because I think this would pair perfectly. And I'm really mad we don't have the cheese right now.
This is amazing.
I can tell you, it would be amazing.
It would.
It's we have a natural rind to the cheese that comes about through the pressing, and then it brines. It sits in the brine for a couple of days, and then it goes into our cheese cave, where it ages for 4 months. And during those months, every week, the cheese is flipped. It's brushed by hand.
Wow.
It's very labor intensive, but the flavor is buttery, creamy, like you said,
It's so
nutty.
creamy, yeah.
Has beautiful complex flavors that pair beautifully with a variety
I'll
of
bring you
wines.
some.
I
I'll
know.
bring you
I'm
some.
like,
I know, I
I'm
feel
just
bad.
sitting here thinking in my head.
It's so good. I
all
will bring
the
you
things
some.
that we're
I know
talking
how much
about,
you
we
want.
can-
I have a
Yes.
whole wheel at home, and
It's so amazing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the show and what we do here. We like to go ahead and get a hold of a lot of the local businesses, but this one happens to be a little gem on the other side of the mountain, but we want to cover it. So if you're a business out there and you want to go ahead and be a part of this, get a hold of us. We're going to want to put you on here, but I think we're booked out a little bit now.
yeah,
Yeah.
mid-August. But call me.
And if anything happens and we want to do a special one, get a hold of us. We would love to go ahead and come out to your spot or check it out and want to do something big there. And if you guys over there want to know what we're doing, obviously this is the Wine Chronicles. So we talk to businesses, we talk to just businesses, and we talk
And we drink wine.
drinking
And
wine.
you drink wine. I
And
can't
so-
imagine a better combination.
I know, and that's the reason why I was like,
All
hey, Sherry,
business should be discussed over a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
Amen.
there you go. I like
Absolutely.
She's our
Governance
most
too,
exciting one when it comes to
Everything
drinking.
should be discussed over a bottle of wine.
I
I
agree.
feel like it would just calm everybody right down.
All of my major life decisions are,
Yes, we
Say
can
we
actually talk
we,
about the
we
one
got to
that
drink on it.
we were actually talking about her getting tattoos, and at that point in time of getting a tattoo, she was like this. She goes, "Yeah, in the middle of this tattoo, I had to literally stop and go get a bottle of wine." And
A glass. I got a glass.
because nobody has a problem.
That's so funny. Okay, so this is kind of amazing. Tell everybody what exactly this place is. In the description, I know we said it was number 19, but it's number 20. But this is a place that is kind of like really hidden, and it's a gem.
Yeah, it is.
From what I've been hearing, there's going to be some things going on out there. Tell everybody what this place is all about besides
It's
the cheese.
remarkable. The first time I drove onto the property was for my interview, the day of my interview. I'd been offered the job the day before when I met Ella, the Dairy Queen, master cheesemaker, at a women's garden club, the Weaver Mountain Dirt Divas. And she was introduced to me. It's my first time there, and she was introduced to me as the cheese lady, and I love cheese. I have goats at home, and I make chev. I milk my goats. I just absolutely love cheese. And I happened to see on the label of the cheese that she brought, I said, "Oh, this is raw milk cheese. Like, this is exciting," because when I was homeschooling, we did a unit study on raw milk, and we did a lot of different experiments with it and everything, and the kids loved it. And I said, what's amazing about raw milk is if you just leave it out, unlike pasteurized milk, it doesn't go bad. It becomes something else. It's always becoming something else. It metamorphosizes. And I'm like, that's what's so amazing about it. And she just, this like 3 minutes of conversation, she looks at me, she goes, "Do you work full time?" "No, I'm retired." "Would you like a job learning how to make artisan cheese at Haciampa with me? I'd train you 3 days a week." I said, yes.
Done.
Yes, I would. So the next day I arrive at the farm, and once you come through the gate, it's just these beautiful rolling vineyards on the side of the Haciampa River. It's beautiful.
It's
so
gorgeous.
green. These ancient cottonwoods that just shade the banks. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I came up on the creamery with a sign outside, Casa de Queso.
Casa de Queso, House of Cheese.
Casa de Queso.
Yeah.
They had to kick me out. I didn't want to leave the House of Cheese.
It was beautiful. The creamery is state of the art. It's gorgeous, and it's just so filled with light. Whoever the architect was did a beautiful job. The main residence has the winery down below. It's across from the creamery, and there are beautiful, enormous trees all over the property. Nut trees. There's a nut orchard, fruit orchard. There are table grapes as well that are grown. And then the pasture for the cows, and seeing the cows and how well they live.
They were very happy cows.
Gorgeous. And
They were.
2
Well, they
acres.
live.
2 acres
They
of
have a very good
vegetable
life.
garden. It's a beautiful life, and that's why it's just really important, because from the soil up, everything on that farm is sought to be understood and treated with compassion and dignity and respect. From the soil to the cows to the cheese that we make to the people that work there. The owner, Josh Myers, he's a man of great integrity, and it flows all the way down, from the top down.
I did get that when I was there.
People.
And it comes out in the cheese and in the gardens and everything. It really does.
Yeah.
What is the ultimate goal for Haciampa and their cheese? You're starting to market it, correct? What was your ultimate goal? You were telling me you want it to be Arizona's cheese.
Yeah, I really think that's the ultimate goal. And I think if Josh were here to be able to speak to you about it, I think that it's more than a commodity. It's more than a product. It's meaningful, because I think our food needs to be meaningful. It needs to reflect and have some relation to us, to how we live our lives, and to what's important to us. And at Haciampa, I feel like that's exactly what the cheese is. The cows, when they give milk, it's according to the rhythm of the way that they live during the year, and what they're fed, what the weather's like,
right?
And how much cheese that we make. Everything about it, the organic practices used on the farm, how we do everything, I think reflects what's important to us about being caretakers of what we've been given.
Right.
Haciampa Farm is just, it's a blessing. It's a very beautiful place.
If a local business wants your cheese on their charcuterie board, it's going to be online starting tomorrow.
And only here.
Only here
they
for
only
now.
have 12 pounds every 4
But I'm not kidding. I want it to be on every cheese plate or cheeseburger in Prescott.
I would love.
So how do they get it? Do they have to drive out there? Can you deliver?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I sent out invitations to restaurants, restaurateurs and caterers. And really it was, and I sent one to you, which you so graciously answered the way you did. Go, just yes to all of it. I love this. And that was really cool, because that's exactly what
you had me at cheese.
I know. That's what we were looking for. I would love for local businesses, local restaurateurs, caterers, chefs, shops, wine bars to carry our cheese, because I want it to be Prescott's cheese. I want it to be Arizona's cheese. You go to Europe and you go to small places and you see, a cheddar, they have 1,000 different kinds. It was, who said, how can you in France, how can you govern a people that have 246 varieties of cheese? Because it says so much about who we are as a community.
Right.
And I would love our community to fall in love with our Haciago.
And so many of our restaurants, I am thinking of a few right now, and chefs in town love to source locally.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see that. I know, made with you call
locally,
it Haciago?
Haciago.
Okay, I missed that.
Yes,
I like
it's
it.
very clever play.
Are we still good?
But
Yeah.
the locally sourced and sustainably produced, that's the other really important part. I know I wouldn't ever want to slam big farmers or large dairies,
no.
because it's about what people are able to do,
right,
and to create
absolutely
something for themselves. And we have the luxury at Haciampa that we really get to live our principles.
Yeah,
we can live them out on a daily basis. That's not something every small farmer can do, but it is something that many of us can do on our own small homesteads. We can all have some chickens. We can all,
and
raise.
It's about supporting. I mean, this is
depending on where you're at.
That's true.
So you're like, no roosters here. Chickens, maybe.
Come to my street. We've got goats, we've got chickens, we've got tortoises. Everything's welcome. We've gotten one donkey on my street. So
is this a venue that you could actually walk into and go and hang out and be a part of?
I'm trying to arrange at this point. I'd really like to arrange for private tours. People can call and book a private tour, have a wine tasting in our winery, enjoy the cheese, chat with the cheesemakers, view the pastures, get a little selfie with one of the cows as you
Nice.
say thank you to, okay, let's see if I can name them all, Henrietta and Bonnie and Beth and Sadie, and I feel like I'm missing a couple of them, and I feel bad about that. They're fabulous ladies. They always look great. They're very photogenic. But the fact that they're there, that they live right there, I mean,
Yeah.
right next to
Yeah.
the creamery, I look out the window and I see them.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
so
their
funny.
jerseys and their milk. Did I mention that's 33% butterfat in Jersey milk?
That's why
it has
so
this
yummy.
very, very light. Their milk has a light golden tint, and if you make butter from it, it is deep golden yellow. You don't have to put anything in it to achieve that color. The butter fat is
Do you
incredible.
feel like you
Yeah.
might be a butter maker one day too?
All
Possibly?
things are possible.
All things are possible.
It's a new chapter in life.
So
you know?
we have a couple things that we usually do here on the Wine Chronicles, and one of them is we like to do myths. We wanted to go ahead and do a cheese myth, but I mean, you know what? Do it. I don't care. Let's do it. Just
They laughed at me.
Okay,
Most of you,
I'll tell
Most
you.
of you
makes
know-
constipated.
most of you know
That's
that
what I
I was
said.
a nurse for 17 years, so I have no problem talking about poo. Some people do.
No,
The
you're
myth
talking to a
is-
farmer.
The myth
I'm
is
surrounded by poo.
Poo is my favorite phrase.
It's clean up
always
poo,
a topic
therefore
of
I am.
conversation
Yeah.
when you're a nurse.
So the
Okay,
question
so
myth
people
is-
think that cheese makes you constipated. Is this what I'm hearing?
is
That it is a
That's-
popular
yes.
myth that cheese makes you constipated. Okay, so I'm sure that one of my daughters, who shall remain nameless, will not see this. And when she was very, very young, I'll say 4 years old, she had a bit of lower gastrointestinal difficulty and needed to be aided in eliminating. However,
She's gonna
she
be so
then
mad at her.
developed, I know, it's fine. Let's just embrace this feeling
Let it
and make
go.
it your friend.
Okay.
So she then had nightmares. She was plagued by nightmares, and she'd come to my husband and I, and she'd be crying, "What's the matter, sweetheart? I dreamed about a monster. It was a monster who was forcing me to eat cheese."
That is so funny.
Yeah, she loves cheese. She's always loved cheese. Do I think that it creates constipation? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no.
I actually read an article that is a myth and that it does not at all cause any
I think it
constipation.
may increase
Happiness?
mucus producing,
Yeah,
you know.
dairy in general, I think
yeah,
does.
yeah. But our cheese, no.
But wine helps
No,
get
it
rid of
doesn't.
that.
And I
so
think it does, yes.
That's why they
Cheers
pair so
to-
well.
Yeah, that's, see,
Oh my gosh.
Help
Salud.
keep-
We've
you
got
regular.
everything figured out.
See, no matter what, wine is gonna fix it all.
Duh. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
No, it's actually really, really amazing. But you guys can hear us all out there. Thank you so very much for joining us today. But the best thing about this place is the music and the wine at Back Alley Wine Bar. Let's tell everybody what is coming up here shortly, or even this week. I mean,
Today's
obviously
Wednesday, so-
rain is today.
Rain all day, but it's glorious.
Yes, it
Um,
sounds
thanks.
beautiful.
and it
Dude.
sounds
Oh.
really good in here because we've got skylights and the rain coming down. It sounds amazing. But
this is a fantastic place. I didn't know this place existed. And I'll tell you, I have to tell my daughter who goes to Embry-Riddle about this place. She's got to
Yes.
bring her friends because this
one of
looks
my employees
exactly
just
like
graduated from
a place
Embry-Riddle.
they would love to be able to
Bring
hang
them on
out.
in.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a hidden gem slash. It's not so hidden because a lot of people are starting to find out about it, which is amazing.
That's okay.
Because Prescott is full of them, and this place is located downtown Prescott, Arizona, a historical Whiskey Row, but on the backside of Whiskey Row, which Prescott is now trying to go ahead and make a little bit more of a scene in general. So this
Correct.
is going to be a really hot spot for future reference. I mean,
And
Definitely.
you guys
it's gonna
have
be
music
perfect.
here? You have live music?
We do a
I
lot
thought
of
what was going to happen
music.
today. We have
I
a
know.
band thing set up over there. I was like,
I
what
have
is
a
it?
ton
I
of
would
music.
sing for you, but it's just a little bit
You
at
need
a
to
time.
come to
Wait.
I
Just so-
can't
I think we're this
overwhelm
far
you.
away from that singing scenario.
You need
so-
to come to our songwriter showcase. We had our first last night. Frank Ping hosted it. Songwriter showcase. It was amazing. It was so much fun, you guys. We have such great musicians in this town.
Yeah, we
So-
definitely like really. We should probably do like an episode of some sort with everybody playing that you've been talking about. We should like literally.
We can do that.
Well, how often do you have
We
live
do
music?
songwriter showcase every Tuesday. Yesterday was our first, but we're gonna continue that because it was extremely popular. I think we had like 13 musicians show up, so it was pretty cool. And then Thursday night we do pizza night, and Ron Skelton comes and plays. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we've got live music. Friday night, Saturday night, and then every Sunday is the Ping Brothers and Friends. So it's kind of just like a local musician hangout, and whoever gets up to play plays.
I
It's
like
not really
that.
an open mic. They
Yeah.
have to know you, but the Pings will start it off, and Sundays are a blast.
That
We've got
sounds
Sunday
like a
Fun Day.
time.
It is a
That
lot of
sounds like a
fun.
really
That sounds like
Yeah.
a fun time.
Yeah,
I need
there's
to come
always
down and check it out.
always music flowing here.
We have our cheese actually is going to be featured at the Weaver Mountain Dirt Divas Farmers Market in Yarnell on July
Okay.
31st, Saturday from 8 to noon. So if people would like to come and get a sample
There
of
you
the
go, you guys.
Haciago, it's a perfect place to do it. We'll be across from Gilbert's.
I think
believe.
everybody wants to come down to the farm and enjoy these cows that you're talking
You
about.
really-
Or,
Will you
wanna
do-
come
cheese
by.
and also
I would
wine.
love
I
to
mean,
give tours. I just gave this very nice young man from ASU.
No, you actually need to have a seating
tour.
arrangement where we're coming to hang out because this sounds like a freaking amazing thing. I was reading
It's
a little,
such an amazing
I was
place.
reading a little bit about it, just glancing. They said that the ranch was established in what year? 2000 and
It's 10 years ago.
yeah, so
About
2000
10 years ago.
well, obviously, whatever date that is. 2011.
Yeah, just subtract from
11,
where
yes.
we are now. Do some math.
No,
Just a little
after last year,
plus
my math was
formula.
done. After
Just a
last year, my
mathematical
math was done. They messed me up last year with their math equations and stuff from COVID and stuff.
The new COVID math? Is
Yeah.
that what we're?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now what we're thinking is this: is that it has how many acres along the Haciampa River?
149 acres.
Yes. So this is a very extensive farm, or even an area in
It
general.
is.
I
It's
mean, I
beautiful.
actually would love to go ahead and see that this could be like a destination away from home. I mean, just something that I would like to.
I
see
will tell
happen.
you that what's already kind of up and running as far as that goes is the Gold Bar Ranch. Our Dairy Queen's ranch, Ella's ranch, is about 3 miles further along the road. And she has, oh my gosh, she has a lake. She has camping sites. She has this incredible outdoor kitchen with lots of seating and an Airbnb, and like the house is 100 years old. I mean, as far as like actual history in Arizona, out in ranching history,
It sounds
it's
beautiful.
incredible and it's so much fun. She's an amazing hostess.
And somebody's asking right now: is it the same farm that grows produce?
Yes, we do grow produce. They might remember Hassayampa Vineyard and Farm from the Prescott Farmers Market a couple of years ago. We've undergone some reconstruction of things, and we no longer do the Prescott Farmers Market at this time with the produce. But the guys, our farm foreman Yvonne and his dad and his brother, they still make the most of it. The vegetables are incredible.
Where do you guys
absolutely
sell
incredible.
these vegetables at? Or
We,
out?
at this point, we don't sell them.
You just grow it.
We just grow them, and it's for everybody who works it. Like my first day that I started working, and Ella told me, okay, so make sure you get a couple of bags and go out and do some, get some stuff from what's growing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like that would be taking advantage, because I haven't done anything for the farm. She's like, no, that's, Josh says, and that's for us to be able to have for our families, to be able to take home. And so I will
That's
say the
amazing.
monster zucchinis that grow, like the 25,
I saw them,
30
seriously.
pounders.
Yeah, they're huge.
I take those home for our pigs at our little place. And they love them. And one of the great benefits is the whey, which would be considered a waste product from cheese making, and would have to go into like a black tank. is recycled. I get it in a barrel and bring it home to the pigs, and it's an incredible nutritional food source for them. So that idea of being linked to local farmers and growers and people in the community, I think it's, just raising awareness of who we are, where we are, and how to get people in the community to link up like that.
Well, today is going to be one of those days where we're all linked and we're all wanting to get into your community out there with the zucchinis this big.
I'm looking at Logan. I just want to drink wine.
Yeah.
Lori, I love cheese.
Lori loves cheese.
Come in, I'll give you a sneak taste next time you're in, Lori.
Yes, and you better hurry up because there's only a certain amount that is made.
It is. It's limited batches.
It is.
I didn't quite know how to say that in the invitations to caterers and restaurateurs. I was like, we're looking for a handful of people that would want to be, would want to be would like to have a long-term relationship with the creamery.
Yeah, I think there actually is a lot of people that are turning into farm to fork, and I know a ton of people that are embracing that. When it comes down to actual reproduced product,
repurposed.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the heck you call it, but the stuff that's coming off of these certain types of trucks to our restaurants don't really seem to sit well with me. And not to mention, I went to lactose intolerant, and whereas I used to be a milk drinker, cheese drinker, I could eat all the breads, but all of a sudden 1 year, just like, no, not today.
You would be very surprised at what is locally grown and sourced, and when using raw milk. There are far less occurrences of people who are allergic to things. It's more stuff that's been genetically modified, things that are used in order to increase production and uniformity in product. It's one of the things that I think we're most proud of about our cheese is you'll not find two wheels that are exactly the same. There's uniformity, but there's so much in mass production that, the bread is uniform, the cheese is uniform, everything is uniform.
It's the same with wine.
And the fact that there are these small differences and, in each wheel, because when we prepare wheels for people and we cut them up for different applications, Ella's always very careful that we test, sample each one to make sure it's up to that level. And everyone is different, but they're magic. The cheese is magic.
Well, once again, we're coming to the end. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you guys, how to actually order this cheese if they want to order this cheese, and how much of a preparation time do they need to order this cheese?
Right now, we're working on our European cheese cave, which is under construction. Should be done by the end of the year. And we're coming to the end of our milk production in November. So we have a couple hundred wheels that are just about ready now.
And how much do they cost each wheel?
For restaurants, we are $9 a pound, wholesale, $9 a pound for restaurants. For everyone else, for cutting it up and vacuum packing, which is important because it's like how to care for the cheese, how to keep it. If it's vacuum sealed, a wedge, it'll last in your fridge for months. Once you open it, you want to consume it within about a week to 10 days.
Nice.
For the best result.
So how much is a slice?
A slice. Okay. if you were to come to the farm and buy it wholesale. If you bought wholesale from the farm, it's a bit of a drive, it's $13 a pound packaged. If you were to buy it from a farmer's market or a shop, it's anywhere from $18 to $20 a pound. People who carry our cheese
that's amazing. I mean, it's cool that we could actually have that, right here within our vicinity. How far is this place again?
We are about 10 miles down Wagoner. So if you're taking 89, the Spar south, you'll pass Wilhoit. About 6 miles after that, you come to the junction of 71 and Wagoner. So you take a left onto Wagoner, about 10 miles down, you pass this really cool Haciampa Bridge. It looks original. Don't be scared. It's a metal covered bridge. Scared. It's really cool with a wood bottom, and it makes that wonderful sound as you cross it.
It took me about 45 minutes, I would say, to get out there from here. So from downtown. It
Yeah,
took me
it sounds
about
like a
maybe
really cool thing.
maybe a little longer, but less than an hour.
Maybe Doug will have a tour to this location.
That could be fun.
It could be workable.
We would love people to come out, see the place, meet the cows. It's really important to know who's making your food. Meet the
Yes.
people in your community. Make those
Yes,
connections.
high five them all.
Yeah.
Hey, you're making food. I love people that make food, and it makes me happy to drink wine and talk about food. Next time you have to bring some cheese in order for us to go ahead and
Right, that would be a huge consideration is actually bring the
We
cheese.
both dropped the ball on that.
cheese and
But
wine. Cheese and wine makes it work. But at the same time,
I promise you, I will save you some of that cheese.
you guys could go ahead and come here and taste this. It's obviously going to come with a little bit of a cost. Obviously, you can't just get a sliver of cheese without.
Well,
Even
it's
a
gonna be
bottle or two of wine.
on our charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So if you buy a
And
board,
charcuterie boards, is it just me or is Pinterest been taken over?
Yeah.
By
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Fire charcuterie boards.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
should.
oh
Sassy,
my
It is,
God.
yeah.
Shout out to Sassy. She is the freaking professional. If you guys saw her charcuterie board, you'd be like, dang, artist.
That's how I feel like we should be eating like that all the time.
Yeah,
though.
most definitely.
Just sit and just
you
nibble,
guys
just
don't. I
grate,
literally eat like that all the
talk,
time.
interact with each other.
We call it a
drink
poo-poo platter.
wine,
We go home, we open a bottle,
and
we get
it
a
goes
poo-poo
full
platter. It's
circle right
cheese and
back to
meats.
the
That's
code.
literally
That's
what I
what we
live
do.
on.
We try to make it easy around here. But with that being said, our show is over, but it doesn't mean that you cannot, follow our pages and actually like what we're doing. You too over there, Instagram. Instagram gets back. They always get backstage passage. You guys are awesome. Make sure you guys say to share when you come in here that we saw you on Instagram.
That's right.
But anyways, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you guys
for having
you
me.
so much.
This was a lot
Thanks
of
for
fun.
everybody for commenting. We got one more last comment. Let's see what this is. Sure, wine with cheese. Yep.
Oh, that's
Love
hi,
that.
Alan. Hi. That is, and forgive me if I say wrong. Nahar or Najar? It's Najar wine, and it's really good. I tried it at Carlson Creek. It's good wine, you guys.
Sorry, Mel.
Okay.
Is that Mel from Colorado? I know Mel. I think I know Mel. Anyways. Next week. Here Wednesday next week. I want to be Hawaii.
We'll do an announcement. We haven't decided
We
if we're going
might
to do
end
it.
up doing a side-by-side, me in Hawaii and her here, or something to that effect. We'll see what
Would
happens.
just make me
Sounds
jealous.
like fun.
Yeah. But anyway, we got to make everybody have fun and jealous. And fear of missing out is really fear of missing out here. Anyway, salud,
Cheers,
guys.
Prescott.
Salud.
I
I'll
know.
see you later. Bye-bye.
Of it.
Thanks. That was really good.
Bye.